Hi guys, so today I wanted to do the perfect palette tag. I saw this from a few different beauty gurus that I watch, and I have Emily Noel 83's page pulled up here, and it shows my 1 through 8 palettes. So I'm going to try to go through all of them. I really didn't want to use any palettes twice, just so I can kind of show a little bit of everything, but I went through all my palettes, and a couple of them I had to use twice. So, because I really don't have too many, but that's kind of how I like it. So you can kind of get an idea of what I like and why. And some of these are pretty popular, so hopefully it isn't too boring, but I'd just like to share my reasons for why some of these are perfect and why some of them aren't. So let's just jump into it. Number 1 is best packaging. And I have to go with the Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette, and this is kind of what it looks like. It's really cool. All these straps really aren't attached, so they're kind of movable. It just says Too Faced Pretty Rebel. The back is pretty, straightforward. It just kind of says the generic stuff. Mine's kind of dirty, actually. And then on the inside it has these really great colors. And nice mirror, nice big mirror that's really dirty. So I'm the kind of person, I like having a mirror that's far away and then also being able to do my makeup up close. So I like the fact that it has a big old mirror on there, and the quality of the eyeshadows is really great. I would really recommend this palette. Now that I think of it, I don't know if you can still get it. If you can, I would try to get your hands on it before it goes away, because it's a really, really great one. We'll get into this later. Number 2 is best color payoff, and this would probably be, again, my number 1 choice for best color payoff, but since I didn't want to use it twice, I'm going to go with my Naked palette, because this is another one of my favorites. All these colors, I mean, you've seen this a ton of times, but all these colors are really, really pigmented, long wearing. You have good variety, and they have great color payoff. My most versatile palette probably has to be my Naked Basics, and I chose it because you can literally probably go traveling and just take this. Granted, if you're going traveling, you can bring this and literally maybe one shimmery eyeshadow or one colorful eyeshadow, and then you're packing really lightly, or maybe one colorful eyeliner. Because you have two really good eyeshadows here. They're just, neutrals. You can use them to set your eyelid or whatnot. I even use this to actually set my concealer because it's such a light powder. Honestly, I don't think they have that much payoff, so it's meh in that aspect. But this color is really good for your highlight. These are great crease shades. These have really good payoff. And then this one here, this one can be used as an eyeliner. So you have your highlight, your eyeliner, your crease, setting powders for almost whatever you want, or eyeshadows, and you have your neutral eye look. I even actually can use this as an eyebrow shade too, and then kind of use this as the front, and then use this shade towards the tail. And if you have a darker hair color, you can use this. If you're blonde, you can totally use this. So pretty much this whole area is done without mascara, so you can literally just take this. Best for traveling. I mean, you could take this traveling too, but that one's the most versatile. These are best for traveling, I think, because you can do a lot with them. These are just a couple Wet n Wild palettes I have that I really like. This one is I'm Getting Sunburned. This one's really nice for like a night out. You have a really pigmented shade here. This one's really pretty. I think this little trio, I think, could be like kind of a dupe for your Naked 3, because it has these pinky tones, and this looks like one of the shades in it, but I'm not sure what it's called. Also, another one I just got is Knock on Wood. I like this one because I like the red tones. This one I think is another. I think these two together could be like a dupe for your Naked 3, because this is like Nooner or whatever that one is. You can use this as a nice crease shade, actually. And then one that I've had for a really long time is the Comfort Zone. And You can kind of tell what my favorites are. This one is awesome. This could be like eyeliner, crease shades. Like, I really don't care if your crease has like a shimmery shadow in it. Highlights, you know, a little bit of interesting colors here. I would take these definitely traveling because, you know, if I'm going somewhere far, I don't want to really take this, even though I have traveled with this, because this is losing $50 and this is losing like $5. So I would rather replace this than any of my other palettes. So that's why I would travel with these ones. My biggest regret would have to be my BH Hollywood palette. This one, I mean, I got it, but I really never used it. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but just by closing it, this one broke. These don't have like great color payoff. It's just not there. You know, I mean, I think it was like $11 I paid, but you know what, just because something's cheap, how should I put this? If you spend a lot of money on something and you think it's expensive but you use it all the time, then it's worth it. But if you spend, even if you just spend a little bit of money on something and you don't use it, it's a huge waste of money. You know, like if you're going to use something a lot, then yeah, you might want to pay a little bit extra. But if you're spending $1 here and there and stuff you're never going to use, then that's just a huge waste, you know. So this has some really nice colors. I mean, I used it a couple times. These blush shades are just, this is like a weird, it's like a orangey bronzer color, and this is not a nice highlight, so I wouldn't recommend this. I do have the huge BH palette. I would recommend this because I use this all the time on clients for like Halloween looks. You can literally do anything with this. But this one, like if you have the 120s, you don't need this, and the quality just isn't there. So next is, oh, I skipped one. Best color names. That's number 6. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah. So this was biggest regret, and then this one I'm pulling up again for best color names. I love when Too Faced does a theme. I wanted to get my hands on a few of my favorite things palette. That had some amazing, cute color names, but this one is awesome. It's kind of like you're pretty on top and then you're rebel on the bottom. That's kind of how I think they organized it. And I swear, I bought it for this color right here. It's called Totally Fetch. For all those mean girls out there, you know what I'm saying? But the colors are Dainty, Charming, Girly, which is an amazing color. All these colors are amazing. These two are matte, actually, by the way. So this is another really versatile palette, but, you know, what can I say? Totally Fetch, and then this is Mrs. Sparkles. And then down here you get kind of like the rebel. So you get Ringleader, Gangsta, Instigator, Badass, and Jailbird. And might I add, this color is amazing. But, you know, this palette's just really great. So that's what I would get for best color names. Least used, here we go. This probably has to be one of my least used palettes, along, you know, with some others, but this one is the e.l.f. I don't even know what this is. e.l.f. Eye Transformer, and it's in pastel. I think there's only one out of these anyways. These are meant to go like over an eyeshadow, and they're supposed to be like iridescent kind of, but like these are like really hard eyeshadows. It's really hard to get good pigmentation, and then they just don't show up. It's just, they just don't really do anything for me. So it's one of my least used palettes. Granted, it was only $3, but again, it's a waste of $3. Now, between these two, that's 14 bucks I could have had on something I was going to use. So, the last one is my most used, most loved Desert Island. So, I think I'm going to have to go with, again, the Too Faced Pretty Rebel palette. It was between this one and my Naked palette because I use both of these all the time. But I think I'm going to go with this one because, again, like I could technically use this as an eyebrow shade. I could technically use this as, you know, a highlight brow bone shade because these two are matte, and then I have all these fun colors. If I was on a desert island, I would probably take this one. This is probably like my most used. I love this palette. It kind of has sentimental meaning to me too because my boyfriend got it for me, and I just love it. I love it. So yeah, I believe that concludes my video. Hopefully you guys liked this and you enjoyed it. It wasn't too boring. Hopefully you can still get this palette. I would really recommend it. And yeah, I'm not sure who originally started this video, but they are awesome. Actually, let's give them some credit. I'm going to click on here. Oh, I love this lady. The original starter is I Love Faces 1042, so you can head over to their channel. I believe she did this with her daughter originally, and you can check out there. So thanks guys for watching.